from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for June 2023. So on Saturday, June 3rd, we are going to be having our full moon taking place in Sagittarius energy at 13 degrees. So we're almost at that halfway mark, which suggests that we are seeing a full illumination, a new perspective, a new understanding of a lot of situations that likely began about December of 2021 and maybe kind of reached a climactic point of events, of circumstances, of interest in December of 2022. So let's talk about it. First of all, it will be taking place at 11:42 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So definitely in that night sky. And I'm hoping that conditions around the world will at least be clear enough for us to see this beautiful full moon in its brightest illumination around that particular time. It's going to be a beautiful sight if we're able to set eyes on that beautiful sky space. Of course, the full moon is a full illumination of hidden details, of information that we weren't able to kind of be aware of, let's say. Not that anybody was kind of going out of their way to hide it, so to speak, but, as we move through these lunar cycles, little tiny bits and pieces of puzzle pieces get revealed, and especially under a full moon, we get major puzzle pieces, and when we snap them together, it's revealing a bigger, brighter perspective of all the things that we have been missing out on. Whether we know that we're missing out on them or not, doesn't really matter. It's adding new information and details, a bigger, broader perspective to the greater, grander vision that we're trying to understand here. And that is just the full moon cycle. A lot of this is going to be even more intensified because it's in Sagittarius energy, which offers us the bigger, greater, grander perspective. Sag energy is a fire energy. And even more than that, it's a mutable fire energy. What does that mean? It means that mutable energies, when given the information, details, data, or circumstances provided in order to make an informed decision, we're very easily able to switch our perspective, shift our understanding, switch gears, change directions. Mutable energy means that given enough proof and evidence, we're able to shift very, very abruptly. So keep that in mind. Sag energy, though, is also the higher self. It's the higher form of education. It's our spiritual selves. It is ruled over by Jupiter, who, as you know, had a pretty significant pop off with the true node here on June 1st. That is a reverberatory type of energy that we will definitely be working with for this next year. And Jupiter is like the hype girl of the zodiac, if you will. Definitely brings a new level of optimism, brings a new level of confidence, brings a new level of excitement, but we have to be aware of biting off more than we can chew. We have to be aware of kind of over-exaggerating situations, circumstances, information, and details, because everything is big, everything is magnified, everything is just extreme here in Jupiter energy and therefore in Sag energy as well. Now, Sag is represented by the archer. Think of what an archer is. You have to have an arrow, you have to have a bow, you have to pull that arrow back in the bow. And what are you doing? You're trying to aim and hit a target. This is the downfall of Sagittarian energy, is that we lack focus. We lack intent. We're so freaking excited in order to experience all things that we have a hard time focusing in on one thing. So here we are just waving around this bow and arrow ready to pop off and really kind of land on a target, but we're having a hard time identifying what that target should be. Here's the thing, the full moon in Sag is going to reveal huge amounts of information and truth, huge amounts of details, puzzle pieces that's really going to help kind of minimize the options of setting up a target or a focus and kind of help hone us in on one intent, one focus, one path, one direction. We have to consider the fact that, of course, the sun is sitting across from the full moon. This is what gives us our full moon energy. And the sun is in Gemini energy. So here's the thing, Gemini, Sagittarius, they sit across from each other in the zodiac wheel. They rule the axis of information and beliefs. The information is Gemini ruled. We pull that information in from our physical realm. Gemini energy rules over the lower level intellect. Sag energy forms a belief out of the information coming in, and of course rules over the higher level of our intellect. So we have new information coming in, new perspectives emerging, new understandings emerging that essentially will change our belief system, whether it's belief in yourself, belief what is possible for you, belief in the opportunities that you're able to achieve. That is kind of, an individual path that we're all kind of experiencing. But nonetheless, there is going to be a full illumination of a different perspective, a different, let's say, set of details and information that will have a huge impact on our belief system, really changing the game, not only as far as our beliefs go, but change the game as far as the path and direction goes. So this is why we're on a quest of truth right now. The Gemini energy has us asking 1,010 questions, and we want as much knowledge and information as possible. What's even more than that, and again, you're going to have to download the moon guide in order to explore all the different aspects, but we have Mercury, the ruler of Gemini season, and the lower level intellect ruler, and Uranus, the higher level intellect ruler. They're sitting 1 degree away from each other, both in this Taurus energy. So we have the lower level intellect, the higher level intellect. Now, Uranus brings in aha moments, profound insight, breakthrough moments of clarity. We drop it down to the lower level intellect. We try to make sense of it. We apply logic and practicality to it to see what it is that we can do about it, how it is that we can bring it to life. So we have like this combo, this duo kind of working together, the sun and the moon in Gemini and Sag energy, really kind of pressurizing that higher and lower intellect to find that middle ground between the information coming in and our beliefs and how they're changing because of it. And we have Mercury and Uranus working together in this Taurus energy, really giving us some breakthrough, profound aha moments and epiphanies, especially in speculating the Taurus energy realm of things, which is our physical realm, where routines, self-worth, self-love, self-confidence is concerned, our relationships, our money matters, even our long-term goals. Things are changing. The Gemini and Sag energy is kind of amplifying the Gemini energy, where we kind of need to rely on our logical, practical intellect. And then the Sag energy, which rules over the higher mind, saying, okay, well, where can we push the boundaries? Where can we kind of lean into faith? If Gemini energy is about information and Sag energy is about beliefs, well, that, the common ground there is where the logic and practicality meshes with our faith, and therefore we can take action upon them. So we have a lot of revelations taking place here. There's no escaping that. We have the fire energy supporting us in not only creating a new spark, a new fire, a new flame, a new passion, a new desire, but providing us with the fire energy to burn the bridges down, to burn through the cords, connecting us to the past, preventing us from truly moving forward. So we're going to have more of a realization on information coming in, providing I'm going to say an ending and a closure to kind of mulling over certain options and opportunities. And B, we have a new truth emerging within ourselves. And that truth puts us on a different path where we have a different mission, we have a different purpose. And we're super excited to be able to jump into that because Sagittarius energy is about the adventure. It's the quest of knowledge and truth. It is not really about the destination. It's about the adventure on how it is that we get there. And there is this kind of dynamic between the Gemini energy trying to keep us in the here and now and the Sag energy pushing us to kind of visualize what could be better, what could be bigger, what could be broader than just the here and now. And that's where we tap into the expansiveness, if you will, of the Sag energy. The whole point of any full moon is to find balance in between the two opposing energies. And so, a lot of us have been sitting around, especially since eclipse season, trying to figure out what the next move is, where the next path is, what the direction we should be taking is. And we, under this full moon, are going to receive some very, very intense indicators on where it is that we're going from here, and mostly determining where it is that we're not going. And from that, we can kind of hone in on the options and opportunities still left on the table for us to sort through what feels good, but what also makes sense. We want to take our brain with us. We want to take our heart with us. We want to find a meeting in the middle, if you will. And that is absolutely how we're going to identify what it is that we're in alignment with. So, we have to blend that logic and faith together, that practicality and intuition together, that heart and the head together, in order to kind of see where the doors are closing and where it is that new ones are opening up for us. So, of course, in the moon guide that you should be downloading, you're going to recognize that we're still very dominant in earth energies, supported by water energies, even though this is a fire moon event. Basically, we are very focused on our physical realm right now. That's our earth energies. There are structures and foundations, elements, topics, and themes that are falling apart here in our earthly realm, affecting our physical circumstance. The water energy is backing us up in order to kind of cleanse away the old emotion, cleanse away the old thoughts, the old ideas, purify the state in which we're currently at. And of course, water energy is how we transform. We have equal air to equal fire. And what we know about equal air and equal fire is that we're able to generate a spark, a fire, a flame that we're able to keep control of. And that is our thoughts, our ideas, just as equally as it is passion, excitement, and desire. So having all of these elemental energies work together, we are definitely going to see where a new idea, a new spark, a new excitement, new passion, new fire, new flame is pushing us to kind of cut the cord with the old and really dig in, rearrange and restructure our physical realms to now orient to the path, to the direction that we're being called, especially seeing as we are seeing doors shut, bridges kind of drop off. So we're not going back to those particular options or opportunities. And because we've been on the fence about a lot of things, we're definitely starting to kind of see which side of the fence we should jump down into. This is definitely going to be a major revelational time for us. A lot of things are going to be realized. A lot of things are going to be manifested. And we have some beautiful energies here throughout the month of June, really supporting the information, the details, the mission, the purpose that we will be pursuing as this full moon in Sag continues to activate us and really push us to see what the greatest, grandest dream and vision for ourselves can actually be.